When I think back to my childhood and to the wonderful memories of Pesach and Seder night, for me the highlight was always Yachatz. Yachatz was when my father would take that middle matzah and try to break it in half. It never quite broke the way he intended, but nonetheless he took the larger part and hid it away, and that of course was the afikomen. The other part, the smaller part, remained on the Seder plate on display. The Zohar famously says that the two parts of the matzah, the hidden afikomen and the other part which remained on display, symbolized and signified two parts and aspects to us Jews. There's the outer Jew and the inner Jew, he says. The outer Jew is the Jew that we all see, the public persona, finding ourselves struggling, confronted with anti-Semitism, dealing with issues and conflicts in our lives. That's the outer person, symbolized by the smaller part of the matzah. But, says the Zohar, there is that larger part, the afikomen, which is hidden away. That's the inner Jew, the part inside each and every one of us, the pintele yid, which remains inside us and is indestructible, untouchable by anyone and anything. There's a remarkable story relating to the former chief rabbi of Israel, Chief Rabbi Lau, who found himself one day on the Beis Din in Tel Aviv. And a man that had made Aliyah from Moscow, Russia, a doctor, came to and approached the Beis Din, and he wanted a confirmation that he was Jewish so that he could settle and integrate into Israel. He brought with him two witnesses. One was a Chabad Shaliach from Moscow with another man. And the Chabad Shaliach told a heartfelt story about this particular family. He recalled that despite the fact that the family were not religious at all, completely secular, as so many were in Soviet Union, yet the mother of this doctor was a chain smoker, and every single day she smoked 2 packs of cigarettes. And yet she managed every single day to take one of those cigarettes and to save it and put it away. And at the end of the year, just before Pesach, she would take the 365 odd cigarettes and she would take them and exchange them for some flour. And with that flour, she would year in, year out, make matzot so that her and her family would have some semblance of Seder night and Pesach. It wasn't a question. When the Chief Rabbi Lau heard the story, he wanted to confirm it. He wanted to hear from the mother, and the mother was still alive, so he called her up. She was in Moscow, and he called her up, and he asked her to confirm the story, and sobbing, she said, the story is true. That's what we did. That's who we are. And Chief Rabbi Lau said to her, he says, I and we in Israel kept matzah for 1 day of the year. But you kept matzah for 365 days of the year. She worked towards it every single day. And I think that there is this pintele yid, this hidden aspect to us, the real us that's inside each and every one of us, especially in the current climate that we find ourselves in, is coming more and more to the fore. We're considering about what life is all about. We're thinking about our priorities in life. We're spending more time with our nearest and dearest. We're actually investing in our Jewish education online. That's who we are. The hidden part of the matzah is the part that the kids and the family are all excited about. They all want a part of it. So let us, this coming Pesach, look forward, invest, spend time to make it an even more meaningful and special Seder night and Pesach for us and for our families. And even if you are on your own, take time to learn, to share, even if it just means speaking to yourself. And please God, in some way we will get through Pesach. We will have an uplifting, inspiring Pesach and Seder. And please God, next year, L'Shana Haba B'Yerushalayim. Amen.